This is Prove It. We put it to you that video games can teach you anything. Anything. Believe us when we say that all you need to learn any skill is a half-hour session in a relevant game. Over the course of 2 Let's Plays, we will study. And in our live-action finale, we aim to prove it.
Oh, right, okay.
What have we got here?
Let's have a look. I mean, we've got...
These are like 2 fantastic,
Who
perfectly...
do you work for?
Huh?
Who do you work for?
Johnson's & Johnson's and Son. So I'm Alex Smith from Johnson & Johnson and Johnson & Son. And I was asked to come here today to value these properties. I have a huge penis, just in case that's important.
When were you booked?
Today.
Johnson & Johnson.
What time?
Now.
Oh, I was
So
booked
was
at
I.
the same time, yeah.
Who's your age?
Jacob Stanley Richard Morgan. Hi, I'm Ross Hornby. I'm from Jacob Elliot Morgan Richard. It's a professional estate agency. I was sent, apparently it's the exact same time as 2 other agencies, which is really, really unprofessional.
What was it again?
Jacob Stanley Morgan Richard.
No, Richard Morgan.
Of course it was. Sometimes I get mixed up. They're both great guys.
What's yours?
I'm a side company of Scaffolding, so...
So why are you even here?
Scaffolding.
They're
Well, we're
already
trying
built.
to get into the estate agent business. Neither
Okay,
way.
so...
Look, I've got to get my work done here. I am Chris Trott of Trott Scaffolding. We are recently acquiring a new sister company called Trott's Estates, and it's an up-and-coming underdog kind of business, and we're trying to muscle in on new properties.
Which one's more valuable?
Yeah.
Well, this one, obviously.
Why?
Well, that's in my notes.
This is Tiny Peter's house.
This is Tiny
Actually,
Peter's
they've got
abode,
They've
actually.
got devil's herb bush in there.
Yeah.
It's
That
more
adds
a-
value to me.
I think this is more a condo than a house. They seemed pieced together, honestly. It looked like they were built in 12 minutes. We're working with a bungalow setup here, no second story, which
Big
does...
screen TV. Does that come with a house normally?
That's huge.
Sorry,
enormous.
that's not just any big screen TV. That is a dangerously loose XL TV.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Well,
see, there
I
you
mean,
go, straight away.
But it is...
Sorry, my standards. I don't normally touch the house.
Yeah, why would you touch that? Even Trott Scaffolding side project doesn't.
What are you
do
doing
that.
over
You're
at
not
Johnson
usually
&
allowed
Johnson?
inside the house, that's why.
Johnson & Johnson's, you're a joke.
And Sons. For one, I'd love to meet Peter because, I mean, if how small he is really will dictate the usefulness of that home.
I'm concerned about the bathroom situation here
Oh, here we go.
because I mean there's no doors
Right.
straight away, so privacy is an
What's in
issue.
there?
I mean this
Open
huge TV is blocking the entrance, which is a
Well, I thought the
fire
entrance was
hazard.
on the other side.
Did you?
I don't.
It had no walls at all, which means view-wise, 360, perfect. You could see all around you. Airflow was beautiful.
We're ignoring one of the biggest sort of
Right.
benefits of Tiny Peter's abode, and that is the free vehicle that comes with it, the Tropicana.
Wow.
You don't get many houses with free vehicles.
You don't.
None
You
at
don't
all.
these days.
And that's,
Is
I
that-
think that's quite a value, actually.
I did like the added value of the free car. That was amazing, and the giant bush outside was pretty good too.
Spacious.
You're adding.
Yeah.
You're not writing anything there. that's
No, I'm
just-
ticking things off. It's not normal to have a car with a house, so I feel like that was a big plus.
All right, so moving on, let's have a look at regular Ben's place.
hard to
Designed
move-
in
hard to move on.
1855 by Lyndon B. Johnson himself.
No, I
Don't believe
made
that
it.
at all.
What?
What? You telling me Johnson & Johnson and Sons has something to do with this?
Oh yeah, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Surely there's
the
some bias.
president.
That makes some bias.
I feel like he's biased. He shouldn't be part of
that
this.
is a lot of
He's the
bias.
president.
Pizza floor. That's a tick.
This would survive a Bristol earthquake, I think.
Well,
But maybe,
anything
not,
would.
maybe not a tiny person's earthquake.
What's
just
this
said-
up here?
so
What is that?
That would be the grow house. I believe that he's got. It's a greenhouse. It's a secluded and secretive herb greenhouse where one can grow.
I like the reflective properties here.
Marijuana
Right.
and the devil's kale,
Yeah.
mother's ruin, Satan's bush, Lucifer's pubes, or pubesifer,
Yeah, no, I've read
as
that.
he's known in the good book.
Yes.
Well, that's illegal, isn't it?
Important. My favourite part is the instant grow house you've got on the top floor. That's brilliant. Perfect business. You can make some money after buying that house.
Is it?
Pubesifer.
That's in the good book. That can't be
I
legal.
grow pubesifer every day.
Yeah.
That's legal.
The nationalist racist stuff was great for me. I mean, I'm very nationalist, I've been told. So just seeing the British written on the floor a few times for me just was, I was, you know.
If you
Is
name
this
it
graffiti
properly.
going to be removed by the
Oh,
current
what, that
tenant?
nationalist / racist slogans emblazoned on the floor in the kitchen?
This?
The council sorts some of that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just got to
might have
live
to
in a
power wash that in order to add value. British is splayed a lot on the floor here.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, no, I know.
3 times at least.
So for prospective clients, I'd first of all ask for their opinion on leaving the European Union.
What I enjoy is the beddies they have here, which are shreddy beds.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's actually really cute.
Yeah, and the beddies. I love those beddies. And then obviously next to it is the bedside table cum puff
Yeah.
that they put on this.
You're pretty keen on that.
Unless it's supposed to be cum proof.
Oh, wait.
But
I was wondering how you got to the top floor from the bottom floor.
So this is the thing, and I wanted to talk about
perfect
this.
slide.
This seems like a one-way scenario because you've got a chute which does drop you down quite some distance. If you're a tiny person, that's quite the drop.
Well, they
And
call
there
it
is
here.
no
So
shreddy beddies.
you're saying that Tiny
Yeah.
Peter couldn't live in normal regular beds.
Well, how does it get back upstairs? That's my issue
That-
here.
yeah, that you'd
this
have to
whole
crawl
top
up.
floor for me is irrelevant if there's no way to get up. Obviously, didn't have a staircase. That for me would prove problematic because I'm not into fitness.
I mean, I'm no detective here,
No, you're not.
but they do have the Devil's Herb up here, and I feel like they're trying to prevent the authorities going upstairs
By using racist slogans.
by using racist slogans to cover their chute entrance.
But how on earth are they going to get to their beddies?
That's a good point, Ross.
Issue with that is you have to be into fitness. There were no stairs or ladders, so I think you'd have to probably climb up the pipe.
So really, what we're sizing up here is we're sizing up the value of half a house because
Yeah.
they're never going to get the use of the top
That's
one.
true, and these are going to go mouldy.
Unless they're into fitness and they like to climb up that pipe using both their arms and legs
That
and
seems like a
shuffling
lot of
slightly,
work.
because that could be a whole regime.
How many people are into fitness though?
Whoever owns this house would love it.
That's a requirement. I was worried at first, but now I see the advantages of such a property. Honestly, I don't really work for anybody.
You're a scaffolding guy.
Yeah, and I was wondering if, maybe they could do with some structure on the outside via metal
But it
poles.
doesn't, it's already built. There's no need to scaffold it.
I don't know anything about property at all.
I like the beddies.
Yeah.
I like the cum puff.
Yeah.
Or the cum-proof tables. I think
No,
it's a big mixture of both.
So you know a puff. You know what puff is, right? It's like a cushion that sits on the floor, like a little thing, a puff.
The cum-proof table. I spent ages looking in IKEA, going on Etsy, trying to find something nice.
So it's meant to be a bedside table, cum puff.
Nothing is cum-proof, honestly. Really hard to find.
It's not cum proof.
It's both.
Does that affect the value for you if it's not cum proof?
I think it changes everything in his mind, you can tell. That's shifted
I
everything.
have to look at the book again. Normally, I have to throw them away.
They're not cum proof.
They're not cum-proof.
Right.
And it gets into the wood.
Okay.
Tiny Peter's abode really resonated with me on a value perspective. I just really like the positioning of this massive screen.
Yeah.
At the size of the screen in Little Peter's house, it's about 50 times bigger than his entire body.
Hold on. Just what? Is that a piss pot?
Yes. Remarkably tall
yes.
for a
That
tall.
looks like
Like a sample pot,
like a sample pot from a doctor's.
Someone's not done their sample. I've just noticed a glaring flaw.
Right.
Access to the bedroom is completely obstructed. Like there is nothing here.
What if
There's
he's a
two
climber?
walls.
Because you can climb over this wall.
Yeah,
how
what if he is
I mean,
also
that
into
wall's
fitness?
bigger than the external wall. What if he just walks out and then in?
No. Look here. There's clearly an imprint of where he's been sleeping.
Oh my
You
God,
can
he really
see
is
just
tiny.
how
God, he's
tiny
so
he is.
small.
Oh
That's-
God.
We saw a picture of him in his bed, and honestly, those walls seem absurdly large. And also, there wasn't a roof.
He is
Getting over
tiny.
this wall would be a struggle, actually.
That's huge.
that's
So then this gap
He
must
can-
be the door.
He can barely
This must
fit
be the door.
his head on the pillows.
Sorry, this isn't suitable for me.
Well, it's
I
not
just
for you,
realised
is it?
I'm nowhere near that size.
No, we're not small enough, but you've got to think about your demographic here. Tiny Peter's my choice. Tiny Peter.
I think you're an idiot and a scaffolder.
He's a scaffolder. That's another thing to consider.
Both true.
Exactly. He's not professional at all. I'm gonna go for this one, mainly because I like the fitness idea. I need to work out. Ben's, you're probably looking at probably like 120,000. Sounds steep, but you've got a business there. You've got to think about those things. You've got those beddies. Comfy table. Invaluable in my eyes. I couldn't find one anywhere.
Practicality, this house. Design,
Can you not touch
this
the
house.
property?
Regular Ben's place, I'd value at, about 60p. Looking at the quality of the materials used, really bumped that up.
That's going to be knocked down.
You're a scaffolder! What do you know about these things?
I just do scaffolding. But I'd buy that place and demolish the other one in a heartbeat. Fuck that other property.
Lyndon B. Johnson would be rolling in his grave right now, is what I'm saying.
I don't know who that is. I'm a scaffolder.
Right, well, I'm going to go for this property.
Okay, yeah, I too am going to choose.
so
Yeah, you're choosing it. What's the value?
Look, you only like that one because you're tiny too.
Worth nothing.
Tiny boy. Bully him. Bully him out of the market.
It's not professional.
Done.
What
Not
is it?
professional, all right? Plus, you have a stake in this, Lyndon Johnson.
Why? Or is it? I'm hungry.
Ridiculous. For fuck's sake.
All right, I'm done. Stupid.
So what did we learn this time? Firstly, building within a small time limit will produce a sturdy property.
Nailed it. Secondly, don't you forget about those stairs. Turns out, stairs are important.
They sure are, Ben. And finally, if you're going to create a property for a 3mm tall man, ensure the walls are low enough for him to pass freely.
Another resounding victory then.
Perfect.